Good evening and welcome to another edition of Evening Prayers. I'm your host, Reverend Z, and as always, it's my pleasure to be here with you and to engage in the sacred art of prayer and to raise our vibrations to the level of the divine. So I hope everyone has had a great weekend. I've had a great one, and it's now that time of the week where we settle in and tap into the divine mind of God and prepare for the next week. Because each day we are given the opportunity to start life anew. Each week we are given the opportunity to create a masterpiece out of 7 days. And so that day started today. If you look at Sundays being the start of the week, or if it's Monday, it will be tomorrow. But wherever you are in terms of putting that stake in the ground, in terms of allowing yourself to center in, be focused, trust in God, and move forward, now is the time to set that intention. Now is the time to set that intention. So I just want to say, everyone that's here and everyone that may listen to this call later, whether it's tomorrow or anytime after that, just know that really any day is that day to set that intention to move forward with a hearty idea and intention of what you have to do for that week, that day, that month, that lifetime. And with that, I want to share a quote that I got from Ben Steiner. Well, no, Ben Stein, actually. He's an author. He's a comedian. He's a writer. He's a lawyer. He's a political commentator. And if you look him up, you'll know who he is. But he had this quote that I thought was very appropriate for this idea of setting an intention and moving forward, looking to create some divine energy in our lives. And here it goes. He says, the indispensable first step to get the things you want out of this life is this: decide what you want. Decide what you want. And that is the key to everything. We have to have an intention. To have an intention, I must have decided on something. To have a focus, I must have something to focus on. And that is the most, as he says, indispensable step to accomplishing anything. Without that intention, without that focus, without that first step, we're like a boat in the ocean with no rudder. There's no way to kind of guide ourselves or to direct ourselves or put ourselves in the right position so that we can easily and effortlessly, wherever that is, because we know it's not always easy and effortlessly, but we like to get into that sweet spot as much as possible so that we can take that energy and focus it so that I reserve some strength, some wherewithal, some get up and go, if you will, when the waters get rough. And so the first thing I need to do is set an intention. And if any of you are sailors, you know that if you're off by 1 degree, every degree you're off, you are, I think it's 0.35 or 0.37 miles off of your journey. So having that focus, knowing where you're going, is key to being successful in life and being successful in moving forward throughout the week. And so now, as we begin to close out this week and start the new week and set an intention, have a focus for what we look to achieve this week at the job, with our relationships, within ourselves, our discipline, let's do that knowing that a focus idea is the linchpin to that happening. It is the cornerstone to building that foundation of a life that is exemplary and filled with spirit. And so with that in mind, I'd like to go into prayer. So wherever you are, if it feels comfortable, close your eyes and let's just take a deep breath. And let's allow that breath and that silence to overtake us. And to create in our mind's eye this crystal clear picture of the power of prayer and how we send it forth for the things we look to do this week. Because we know it is said that when God created the heavens and the earth, he said, be, and it was. There was a clear focus. There was a clear creative moment of him allowing, of her allowing these things that we see now and we sometimes take for granted to unfold. And because we are made in the image and likeness of God itself, we have that same creative power, that same ability to focus and to speak our word into action. And so that's what we're doing right here, right now in this prayer for this week coming up. We are taking a hold of the power that God has placed in each and every one of us, and we're declaring with clear intentions and a spirit and a mind filled with creative ideas and joy of creating life as a beacon of what is possible. And so as we take hold of that idea and allow it to wash over us and to take hold in every aspect of our lives, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we become living examples of the light of the divine. And so with that understanding and with that feeling moving through our bones, I declare right here, right now, for myself and everyone on this call, that this week, we will begin to plant seeds and set a focus that will allow us to build momentum, to create this life that we are looking for, to resolve our problems, to rectify our relationships, to open our minds and hearts to an idea that allow us to be more than anything we ever thought we could be. And I know that with that idea, with that understanding, with that upliftment of the soul and the spirit, we are capable of all things. And so it is in that idea of capability that I give thanks. I give thanks for the opportunity to have a chance to make my life better. I have a chance to help my neighbor. I have a chance to improve my understanding. Because that is what focus is about, is to allow ourselves to look at things and set an intention and move towards it with confidence. And so it is in that understanding of what life is and how we are to navigate this life that we are living that I give thanks for now and for all the things that are planted and coming forth in our lives this week and heretofore. Because I know that we have everything that we need to be successful and to cast a vision and be focused on the direction of where we are intending to go. And so with that, I just released this prayer into the law, knowing that it has already been activated. It is already manifesting in our lives, and that it will present itself in due time with the right foundation and the right explanation of who and what we are and what this prayer stands for. And so I just let it go. I let it be. And I know that it is so. And so it is. Amen, amen, and amen. And so I just want to say, I trust that there was something in that prayer that you can take for the week coming forward to give you some motivation, to give you some inspiration, to give you some direction as we navigate life and the things that are put before us this coming week. And so, as always, I'd like to just say to anyone and everyone that's on the call, if you are in need of prayer about anything, person, place, thing, or situation, please send your prayer request to prayer@ntmedia.org, and our prayer team will take that idea, concept, person, place, thing, situation, and send some divine energy, light, and understanding in that direction, because we know the power of the word is greater than we ever thought it was. And so we are able to do that. And we love to do that. So if you have any prayers, please send them forward. And again, as always, thank you for your support of this station, of this program, of everything we do here at New Thought Media Network. We have some exciting things coming up. And so please continue to support us. And you can do that by sending forth your support by going to the website at www.ntmedia.org and then press the donate button. And any donation you give will be much appreciated. And so one thing I want to say that last week, Reverend Briz was up at the Big Sky retreat up in Montana. It's like a homecoming, if you will, of New Thought movements and luminaries and practitioners and ministers, and we have some new equipment that gives us the ability to do that on a roaming basis now. So that's where some of your donations goes. So just I'm so excited about where we are and where we're headed. I mean, we've only been doing this for 1 year. You can think about it. We started out with this program, these prayers, and now we have over 20 hours of programming every week, different programs, including or in addition to a 24-hour music station. So please continue to support us. This week, we're going to continue to do what we do and provide support and prayer and upliftment programs for each and every one of you. So with that, I would like to say thank you for those that are here tonight, those that may listen later. And remember that the indispensable first step to getting the things you want out of life is this: decide what you want. And so once we do that, we make ourselves beacons for everything that we need to make that happen. And so with that, I bid you farewell and good night. And I leave you with love, light, and insight. And so it is. Amen.